Hey guys, it's Tommy CM. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first Planet Zoo sandbox build. I'm going to put it out there, I am not the best builder on sandbox games, which is weird because my entire channel is dedicated to sandbox games. I'm not the best builder, I'm not the most imaginative builder, I'm not even the most realistic builder. I just do this to have a bit of fun, really. Now, because of that, I'm going to try and have a bit of a laugh with this zoo. It's not going to be the best zoo you've ever seen. It's not going to be the most realistic zoo you've ever seen. But what this is going to be is a zoo dedicated to my favourite breed of dog, the Shih Tzu. Now, because of that, there may or may not be a dog in the zoo. I don't think there's a dog in the game as far as I'm aware, but there may or may not be a dog habitat in the zoo. But even if there isn't, it's going to be the Shih Tzu Zoo. So yeah, come along for the ride. I'm using the temperate biome, and I'm using Europe as the continent, just so you can see this the base layout for it. But yeah, this first episode will cover the park entrance, the first habitat, the first sort of guest attraction, should we call it, that isn't a habitat, and then just sort of shaping up for future expansions of the zoo. So yeah, stick around and see what I get up to as I start the Shih Tzu Zoo. So this is the speed build of my red panda habitat that I've got as my first habitat in the zoo. It is, you know, I already built the barrier around and kind of set up the habitat. This is just kind of forming it and making it more suitable to the red pandas, just with a bit of terrain work here. I wanted to make it sort of like climbable structure, you know, kind of centerpiece where the red pandas can kind of, you know, use the enrichment, etc., and climb up on, and then also to have a sort of small pool of water, and then just, you know, lots of tree coverage, which is what they crave. The red pandas, they only like to be in small numbers, so there is only a couple of them. But yeah, I will leave you with this for a couple of minutes just so you can see sort of how I got to get the habitat to where it is now, and also you'll see at the end of this section just what it looks like from a guest perspective, and then, you know, quick float through the habitat before having a look at the rest of the zoo. So yeah, I shall see you shortly. So now you've seen the speed build of the red panda habitat. I thought I'd give you the full final build for this first episode. So here is the entrance to Shih Tzu Zoo. Yep, I'm going to have to be very careful trying to get away with that on YouTube. So I thought we'd come out and got this custom. Well, it's not custom fencing. So I got this fencing I've put in along here just to kind of get the vibe going straight away. Lots of sort of bushes and foliage around the place, mainly because I've got all of my staff buildings just to the right here. So because of that, and I still need to decorate these because I'm not leaving them as just like panels here. But I'm going to make some sort of like general staff building around here because I think this is quite a nice little layout for it. But that'll be coming in a further episode. But yeah, going back down here, the reason I've got a load of trees there is because I just wanted to hide the brick wall that's going off the side. I wanted this to be a wooden building, wooden entrance. Then as you go through here, you've got the first sort of welcoming exhibit. So there is a snake in here. I can't find the snake. I'm not going to lie. I've had great difficulty looking for this thing since I put it in. I don't know where it could be hidden unless it's under a rock. I'm a fan of snakes. I don't mind snakes. Snakes aren't an issue for me. I don't know where it is. But apparently it's in there. And when the zoo is open, which it isn't at the moment, hence why there's no guests. When the zoo is open, then the guests do seem to enjoy going to see that. So I just thought that would be like a nice welcoming thing. I'm thinking of putting a bit of like an entrance and ticketing booth in here somewhere. I've got to think a bit more on the design on that. Generally that's my this is the starting point for the entrance. I've got the glass roof with the patterns on. Then if we go down here, we've just got the animal prints on the walls again, just to kind of drive home that real zoo feeling. Over here we've got a staff room and we have got some toilets, just so the guests can use those. Over this way we have safari tours at 11, 1, 3 and 5. Now my thinking on this is I'm going to build some general habitats so that guests can walk around them, and then I'm going to spread out into a safari at the back half of the park. So that's the sort of long-term plan. Whether I stick with that or not, I don't know, but that's the general plan at the moment. And whilst you can see that, you can see this sign for a nature trail. So obviously I didn't just want to build exhibit after exhibit. I wanted to try and put in one or two other features into the zoo as well. So I've got this nature trail around here, which is basically just a path that goes through the forest. I say forest, it's not very big, but it goes through some like wooded areas, and I've got a vendor in there selling some gulpy milkshakes, I think they are. Again, it's a way of putting a food and drink vendor in, and also it's a way of getting the guests to go through this area. It kind of spreads them out from the exhibits, and I think it's just a generally nice little feature. It's not massive. It's not, straight away you back out at the habitat there, and then if you follow on this way, you straight back out this way. It's not very big, but I think it's quite a nice little feature. There's the staff door into their area. So as I say, this will all be designed. I'm going to probably try and put all of these into one big building, maybe, and just have like lots of different doors going into the middle. I think that's going to be the plan, but I still need to sort of design that element. And then down here we will see the red panda habitat. I'm just going to unpause the game, just so you can kind of see what the guests would see. So there is obviously a lot of trees in here, and as you've seen, there's a lot of climbing platforms for the pandas to use. The pandas don't like to be in more than sort of 3 adults. That's kind of their number, so which is why there's not a lot of them. You can't really see them that often in here. I mean, if we go searching for them, there's one at the back just down here. Oh, sorry, all 3 of them are here. I think it's 3 that we've got in here, because I know. See, they've been in here quite a while, so they have been maturing. There's 6. 6. It was 4 last time I looked. Oh, she's an outsider. You see, this is what happens. They get put outside the group because they're overpopulating. So down here, look, she's got no social with the rest of her pack. So I'm going to release her into the wild because she's just not enjoying life in there at the moment, and I'm not going to make her suffer. So yeah, that's like, see the adult population there. There's too many adults in. Oh, that was a jump. That was a jump onto there. There's too many adults in this habitat. So you can see the pandas just climbing up onto the platforms there. I'm quite pleased with how kind of rough and ready the platforms are, using these logs that are angled, logs that aren't, they're not perfectly connecting. I think that's gives it more of a sort of natural feel. But yeah, I am going to keep an eye out on the population here. I think there is a setting or in animal management where you can. I don't know why. Why is there? Oh, that's the adder in the entrance. I was thinking, why is there a snake in here? There is a way of managing it so that the animals are constantly released if it's overpopulated. But I've not come across that yet, so that's something to look at in the future. But I will look at releasing one of the adults here. Probably looking at releasing Yunru here, just because it's an older red panda. So let's see what my options are with Yunru. So if I go down here, so again I'm probably going to release her into the wild, and then that brings us down to 2 adults, 2 young red pandas, and that should be a content number for them. But it's just something to keep an eye off, because they do seem to breed quite often, the red pandas. But yeah, they are small. They are not probably the easiest to spot from the path down here, but they do get a lot of appeal with the guests. You can just see one there climbing over the rocks. But yeah, that's that exhibit. And if we just zoom, I didn't mean to zoom out like that. I'm still trying to get hold of this free camera that's slightly different to Planet Coaster, so excuse me for that. But yeah, so, and then round here we have another sort of power station with some more staff buildings. So this isn't going to be another general staff area that will be designed. This will walk down towards where my plan is for the safari. So the safari will take up a lot of this half of the zoo, which, as you can see, is quite a large area. And then I've just kind of got the layout started for the next section. So there's quite a large space in the middle. Now I'm trying to work out what I want to do with that space. Is it going to be one huge habitat? Is it going to be, some areas for guests? Is it going to be 2 habitats? I don't know. But I think that's quite a nice shape to be left with there. I've also put an outline in for a habitat just here with a raised path at the back so the guests can look over, and then the same on the other side just here. So I'm just sort of getting my plan ready for these different habitats, and sort of expanding the zoo out, and then there'll be some expansion over this side as well. They might not all be brick. That's just what I've put in for now, because I don't want this to be an entirely brick zoo, because that just feels a bit prisony for the animals, I would say. And then finally we have an information building, and then my highlight so far, take a Shih Tzu here. Definitely a building where you can take a free dog home. That's what that means. Doesn't mean anything else, but yeah, that's what that is. Definitely not another building. So that's where I am at the moment. That's the start of Shih Tzu Zoo. So yeah, if you have enjoyed that, then please do let me know. Give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed. Give us a subscribe if you want to see the rest of this series, because this isn't going to be a great zoo, it's going to be a Shih Tzu Zoo. And yeah, I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.